Hello everybody! So we have the top 10 things you need to bring with you to an outdoor gem show. So let's go! Let's dive in! Woo! So number one is comfy shoes. Technically that would be number one. Are comfy shoes. That doesn't make sense either. Oh well, so yes, comfy shoes. I need boots. I usually wear boots. These are Doc Martens, and I'd like to add to that, you should definitely, when you are wearing closed-toed shoes, you should definitely bring an extra pair of socks. You're going to want to do that because sometimes when you're at these outdoor shows, there's puddles. I mean, people are dumping out bins of slabs, and sometimes the water gets everywhere. So you just want to make sure that you have that as an option. Nobody really wants to drive home with wet socks now do they? No. Number two, when you're at an outdoor show, you don't know what the weather's going to be like, but just in case it is sunny or rainy, you're going to want an umbrella. I have this really awesome umbrella. I got it off of an online store, retailer, big major one. Not supporting anything in particular, but yeah, this umbrella, this umbrella is fantastic. It has a fan function and a mister. So when it's really, really hot, I can have those as options. I can use the fan to cool me down and the misting to actually cool me down. And then it also protects against rain. And I've also used it as a bit of a windshield. Also do various other forms of sun protection, like number three, a hat. That one's always good. It also helps you when you're with a group and they want to remember where you are, who you are, then they can easily identify you through the crowd. Just in case it gets a little bit thick, then they can see your hat. Also, obviously, sun protection. It is wonderful. It's definitely wonderful for that. Another option for sun protection are these. It is a thing that you can put it over your outfit. You could put it underneath your outfit. It's not just for women. You can get men's options, but they are sun protectors for your arms. I like them. They work really well. It's also great for rock hounding. Number four seems a little bit obvious, but I actually really, really like to have this kind of thing around. It is a shopping list, whether that's handwritten. If you're going to write it by hand, you can also take a photo of it, or you can just store it on your phone in your memo apps. Something like this is good because it helps you keep track of the things that you know you really want or need. And honestly, it can be overwhelming at these shows. You can know absolutely everybody there and still get overwhelmed. It can be your 10th year, your 40th year, and you can still get a little overwhelmed. So having something where it's written down, it's recorded that this is the things that I need, this is about how much I'm looking to spend, that kind of stuff is fantastic. It really, really helps you in the long run. And I have noticed when I've not done these things, it's been very difficult at these shows. I end up leaving and thinking, oh gosh, did I get this? Did I get that? Oh, I didn't get this. And then I have to go back in, and you can save yourself the trip. You can save yourself the worry. Just have a shopping list. Get an idea down of what you need. So the other thing that you're going to need, speaking of phones, you definitely want to bring your phone with you, but also a camera. If you're doing any kind of like filming, then obviously bring a camera. I use this GoPro. That's really fun. But you can just do that for family videos, or just as a nice little memory. Something like a GoPro is always fun. They can be a bit pricey though, so just having your basic camera on your phone works just as well. I've also enjoyed taking a Polaroid camera with me. I've thought about doing the disposable cameras. I love that idea too. So you can definitely have a lot of really fun things to record, and also things that you need for your business. It's good to have a visual of the other things that you're seeing, or even the products that you have gotten. Then having a visual evidence or representation so that you can go back and say, oh, that's what that looked like when it was raw. Then I'm going to know what to look for at the next show. Sometimes you forget. Sometimes you get overloaded with all of your work. So having a nice little visual thing to go back to is always nice. A visual record. And speaking of a phone, you're going to want a power bank. And these things have been really beneficial, but I honestly never purchased one until recently. And that is because it doubles as like a flashlight and all these other options. I'll talk about it more because that's actually next on my list. So yeah, number 7, you are going to want to bring hand warmers. And the reason why I'm tying 5 and 6 together is because the power bank I got is literally also a hand warmer. That's how it's advertised, actually. So it's advertised as a hand warmer. It has 3 different functions of, or 3 different settings of temperature, but also it has 3 different functions. It's a power bank, a hand warmer, and a flashlight. So not only that, but I love what it has. It has this dual, or not dual, but it has 2 different USB areas. You got the USB and then I think a USB-C or whatever it is. I don't know. But yeah, so you can plug it in to any kind of wall charger that takes a USB cord. You can plug that in here so you can recharge it, and then you can take that out once it's recharged, and then you can put it on the other US you can switch the USB around, and then you've got this as the function. Number 8. I know this might seem as an obvious option for everyone or some people, but yeah, you're going to want a small amount of cash. And this is one that goes for indoor or outdoor shows. Some people like to pay exclusively in cash, and that's, if you want to do that, then that's your thing. I think that's fine. Just don't wave it around. But having a small amount, like $5 to $10, even if you're not a cash person, it's really helpful. Sometimes you're going to deal with vendors who only take cash. Other vendors only take card in this day and age, which, whatever. But that's just how it is. So having both options is really good. But if you're not a cash person, still make a point to bring $5 to $10 just in case, because you're not going to want to incur a fee of however much money just because you want a water. Like you want to be able to take care of some things like a water, or if you have to pay for admission, that kind of stuff. It's a necessity. Number 9, you're going to want to bring a cart for these outdoor shows if you're buying a lot. If you're not going to buy a lot, then bring some extra bags, things that kind of fold up, your grocery shopping bags, but you don't want to use them again for groceries. But yeah, you're going to want to bring something just in case. Most vendors are going to have bags, but you're going to kind of get to a point after a while. You've got 5 bags. Having an extra bag that's slightly bigger to put all those 5 bags in it kind of works out well. So something like that's good. Also having a cart if you're the kind of person that you make big orders, big purchases, or if you're going to be buying a saw or like machinery, you're going to want something so that you don't have to just rely on your, brute force. And yes, the final one, number 10. Woo! Pew, 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 number 10. So number 10, it's a 3-parter. You want to bring a budget. I know. A budget. Also, the other 2 parts, you need to bring patience and stamina. These 3 things are going to benefit you. These 3 jokes are going to benefit you so much, though, honestly, because you need patience in dealing with things. Sometimes things aren't going to work out always, and unfortunately it seems to happen often with gem shows. That's okay, and most vendors have that. They've got patience, they've got stamina, so you got to match that as a guest for sure. You have to be able to be patient. You got to have some kind of stamina. Everybody has different types. I've seen there's this one buyer who comes in and they get there early. They get there right when they open, like on the dot, and they are in and out within 30 minutes or less. It is always amazing. I'll pull up to get to the gem show and they're literally leaving with their bags filled. It's amazing. So stamina at whatever level is what you need. So, sometimes you go for multiple days. Sometimes you're going to be able to go and do a day trip. It all depends on you. You got to figure out what you're best at and what you want to do and what you can do. And there's no shame in that. So go for that. Sometimes people just only do online buying, and that's fine too. Don't feel bad about whatever way you have to do to make yourself happy with this kind of field. Lapidary artists are all different sorts, shapes, and sizes, colors, breeds, whatever we are. We're all different rock hounds, so different types. So just go in with a budget, stamina, and patience. You're going to be fine. So I hope that this has given you a little bit of clarity, maybe some ideas, I don't know, just maybe some info as to the top 10 things I would bring to an outdoor gem show. And just remember, everybody rocks, everybody rocks. You rock too. Do-do-do-do-do-do.